Morning people. So it's Tuesday morning, it's cold, wet, horrible. Looks like that's a tree across the canal. I believe you can get around it at the side, but that's going to cause a few problems. It came down yesterday, nobody's yet come out to attack it with a chainsaw. Keep you updated on that. So this week's job, Louth. In for blacking. The owner wants us to paint the tunnel bands, but with this weather, that's going to be a bit of a mission. This boat's 1985, I believe. It's in good nick. It's been painted with 2-pack at some point in its life, and that has preserved the steel. Here we go, rear anode on the starboard side in good condition, and the channel angle down here is good. It's a 10mm base plate. This is the side that sits in the sun on its mooring, so it's got a bit of greenery on it. It's not madly bad, but we'll get a bit of that off. This outlet has failed down the back there, so we'll clean all that out and address that issue. This boat's got no pitting as such down the sides. It's got no side anodes either, but it doesn't live in a marina. So I've got a big old bow thruster tube in here. My only concern with this is that when they put this in, it's only 4mm. It's a 4mm tube, and the boat's 1985. The grill comes off on the other side, so I think we'll have an investigation of that and make sure there's no pitting. Again, anode at the front, that's in good order, and the chine angle's good. It really is starting to rain today. I'm going to go and hide in the office, I think. Again, this side, yeah. I'll get this cover off and have a poke in there, like I say. Chine angle's good down this side. And the 2-pack, at some point, it looks after this thing. This side being the side that's on the mooring towards the bank, it's got no greenery on it. That's not going to need any prep down this side. It's just the other side. Okay, so this boat has got a raw water intake, meaning that to cool the engine, it takes water from the canal in through this grill on the side here. I don't think it comes out the exhaust on this one. I think it pumps it back out through another pipe under the water. Makes the boat quiet, but it's more suited for rivers than it is for canals. Rear anode, that's all right. I believe we changed the anodes on this boat when we blacked it last 3.5 years ago. So moving around to the propeller, it's in good order, no nicks or chips on it, no play in that. Same with the rudder cup at the bottom, it's in good order. Big old heavy bit of kit that, no play there. So yeah, this week's job, hope it stops raining. Right, I'm off to a cup of tea and hide in the office. Well, it's lunchtime on Tuesday, and that fallen tree looks like they've got most of it moved. I don't know if I can zoom in. Yeah. The weather's not improved today. Looks like I've got a few people queuing up, waiting to get through. Now, and we've got nothing done yet so far. Back to the office for more tea drinking. Well, it's Friday morning, bright and early. Looks like we're going to have a nice day. I see James been at it with the black stuff. I wasn't here much yesterday, so unfortunately didn't get any filming done. So this here bow thruster tube. She's put some blacking in there, but I've raised the concerns with the owner of the boat, and he's going to have to think about welding it up, meaning we put a cap over each end of it and seal it off. We're not really too happy to start poking around in there too much in case we put a hole in the tube, and this boat hasn't got an internal bulkhead, meaning that if it gets a hole in that tube, it just goes straight inside the boat. It's not held in a compartment. So I'll have a little think about us welding that up. Meanwhile today, we'll get another coat on it. What I did get done yesterday was the red tunnel band at the back here knocked down and some undercoat on it. So just about to hit it with some 240 grit, sand it down and get some red paint on there. Hopefully the sun will come out all day. Beautiful Saturday morning. Very quiet here this morning, yet again. It's coming to the end of the season now, so yeah. Wow. Pretty much all done now. As you saw from the time lapse, Jane and myself have been around it with a second coat of blacking. And it now remains to just cut this red tunnel band in at the back here. And then this will sit here for Sunday and we'll splash it back in the water Monday morning with a bit of time lapse for you. So, I'll crack on.